She did everything right, arrived early, followed instructions, trusted the process. Yet a system error changed everything in seconds. When a black woman missed her flight through no fault of her own, the terminal didn't erupt in chaos. It went quiet, watching closely as truth began to surface. The terminal is alive with motion and sound, rolling luggage clicking across polished floors, announcements echoing overhead, travelers moving with purpose toward gates and destinations, and the black woman is part of that rhythm, early, prepared, documents ready, moving with the confidence of someone who planned ahead, when the disruption begins not with an argument but with confusion, a scanning error at the gate. A pause that lasts a second too long, and the quiet words that follow, "There's an issue with your boarding status," spoken softly but carrying immediate consequence, and she listens, attentive and calm, assuming the matter will resolve quickly, because mistakes happen and systems correct themselves. But the delay stretches, screens refresh, keyboards click, and suddenly the gate door closes behind the last passengers, sealing her on the wrong side of departure, and the realization settles in slowly. Not as panic but as disbelief, because she followed every instruction given. Arrived on time, stood where she was told to stand, and yet the flight has left without her, and nearby travelers begin to notice, not because voices are raised but because stillness has replaced movement, and she asks measured questions, seeking clarity rather than confrontation, her tone steady as she requests an explanation, and the responses come fragmented, technical, vague references to system timing and automated processes, none of which explain why the error occurred or why it wasn't caught sooner, and as minutes pass the terminal seems to hold its breath, because missed flights often lead to scenes, frustration, escalation, yet she remains composed, not shrinking from the inconvenience but not amplifying it either, standing firmly in place as she listens, takes in information, and calmly asserts that the mistake was not hers, and that calm shifts the dynamic, because the system now has to account for itself. And staff begin checking logs, timestamps, internal records, retracing steps that should have protected her from this outcome, and throughout the process she remains present, grounded, refusing to accept dismissal or deflection, and as the details emerge it becomes clear that the error originated not with her actions but with the system itself, a delay in processing, a miscommunication between checkpoints, a failure that quietly but decisively altered her path. And the terminal watches as responsibility slowly shifts away from her and onto the infrastructure that failed her, and the acknowledgement comes not as an apology at first but as confirmation, a recognition that the mistake was real and documented, and while the flight cannot be undone, the truth is now visible, and that visibility matters, because it reframes the moment from inconvenience to accountability, and she stands there, calm and resolute, having lost time but not dignity, while the terminal absorbs the lesson unfolding in real time. What gives the moment its weight is not just the missed flight, but the restraint required to navigate the aftermath, because system errors often place the burden of resolution on the individual affected, expecting patience, flexibility, and silence in exchange for inconvenience, and black women in particular are frequently expected to absorb that burden without protest. Yet she refused to disappear into the error, and her calm was not passive, it was deliberate, shaped by the understanding that visibility matters when systems fail, and that frustration, while justified, can be weaponized against those who express it, and by remaining steady she denied the situation the chaos it might otherwise invite, forcing those responsible to engage with facts rather than emotions, and as staff worked through procedures, rerouting options, and compensation policies, the imbalance became clear. Because what was framed as a technical glitch had real consequences, time lost, plans disrupted, trust shaken, and her presence ensured those consequences were acknowledged rather than minimized, and the absence of immediate apology revealed discomfort, not denial, because admitting fault within systems often moves slower than correcting outcomes, yet even without performative remorse, the correction process began, rebooking initiated, accommodations discussed, responsibility documented. And the terminal continued to watch because the moment had become larger than one missed flight, it had become an example of how accountability is negotiated in public spaces, and those nearby could see the difference between someone being dismissed and someone being heard, and that difference rested not on volume but on composure, and for her, the moment reinforced a familiar truth, that calm does not mean acceptance, and patience does not mean surrender, and while the error cost her time, it did not cost her voice. Because she maintained control over how the story was told, insisting on accuracy, refusing to internalize blame, and allowing the system's failure to be named for what it was, and in doing so she modeled a form of resilience that doesn't rely on endurance alone, but on clarity, presence, and self-respect. Seen from a wider perspective, the incident reveals how much power systems hold over individual outcomes, and how easily those systems expect people to adapt when things go wrong. Yet her experience shows that adaptation does not require silence, and that accountability can be pursued without aggression. And as the terminal gradually returns to its usual rhythm, the impact of the moment lingers. Because people witnessed the system error confronted calmly and publicly, and they saw how quickly responsibility can shift when someone refuses to be erased by inconvenience. And although the missed flight could not be undone, the narrative surrounding it was corrected, and timing matters in moments like this. Because when errors are addressed immediately they remain facts, but when they are brushed aside they become patterns, and her insistence on clarity prevented that erasure. And for her the significance lies not in what she lost but in what she preserved, her dignity, her voice, her understanding that following the rules does not guarantee fairness, but responding with composure can still demand it, and that knowledge carries forward, reinforcing confidence and self-trust in future moments where systems falter, reminding us that while technology and procedures shape our movement, humanity still shapes outcomes, and sometimes the most powerful response to failure is not outrage or resignation, but calm insistence that the truth be seen and acknowledged. If this story resonated, share it with intention, not to highlight inconvenience, but to recognize calm accountability. Support conversations that examine how systems fail, who bears the cost, and how dignity can be preserved even when plans fall apart. Follow for more stories that center lived experience, quiet resilience, and moments where clarity reshapes outcomes. Because sometimes the most important journeys aren't about where we're going, but how we respond when the system gets it wrong.